Welcome back to This Day. If you've driven by the Laguna Hills Mall, then you've probably noticed the big tents going up in the parking lot. The Cirque du Soleil Cusa is coming to town. And to speak more about that, we have publicist Julie joining us today. Julie, so nice to see you. Welcome. Thank you for being here. So tell us, what is
Thank you.
Cusa all about?
Kusa means box in Sanskrit. It's a circus. The David Shiner, who wrote the show, wanted to have a circus coming out of a box. But we follow the story of the innocent on a journey of self-discovery. So it combines traditional circus with the art of clowning.
Oh, wow. That sounds so interesting. I can't wait to hear more about it. So tell me, what can audiences expect from this show?
Kusa is a rush of adrenaline. You have it's acrobatics, acrobatics, acrobatics. You have artists flying up in the air. You have high wire artists that walking on a slack wire that's 25 feet above the stage. You have an amazing wheel of death where you have the feeling of being in a roller coaster. Two artists are climbing that kind of a mountain through two big wheels. But we also have we go through different phases of emotion with love, with a beautiful doing in a cycle, and then because it's all about adrenaline, the clowns comes in between some of the acts to allow us to catch our breath.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, this sounds like an incredible journey. And would you say Kuza is available for all ages?
Definitely all ages. We've seen when the clowns come out, we've seen kids giggling and then taking their parents follow and in the giggles as well. But we've heard a lot of wow, it's amazing from all ages.
Oh, that's awesome. And so, what would you say if you were to pick out one thing in this show, what would you say is like the highlight of the show?
I would definitely see the Wheel of Death, which is always a crowd favorite, but we end with an amazing, the storyline also pleases. It's easy to follow and it makes everyone realize that everything's possible. So there is a little something for everyone. There's a live band if you're more into music that performs original music with two beautiful voices.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah. And so tell us the details. When is it coming? When will it be happening? How do we get tickets? All that information.
Kuza is will be performing under the big top located at the Laguna Hills Mall parking lot. The tent is going up on June 3rd. June 1st. We can't wait. It's our first time in Laguna Hills. We can't wait to see our fans, and tickets are available online at cirquedusoleil.com.
Oh, this is awesome. I mean, to see a Cirque du Soleil show, when you're going to a Cirque du Soleil show that it's going to be spectacular. There's just nothing better. And it's so incredible that this is a traveling show. It's going to be right here in our backyard. We don't even have to go like to Las Vegas or someplace like that to see it. Um, are there more challenges when it's a traveling show like this to put on a show this way?
Well, we have a great team. We have 100 people. We are 150 people on tour. We have an amazing team that manages the sites. There's it's a big teamwork. It's a big team effort where everybody comes together. Every city's always presents some of the challenges, but it's also always the best rewards because then we get to welcome fans that love our shows or some fans that discover the show for the first time. So everything is set to welcome our audiences on our site very safely, and we want everybody to have a good time.
That's awesome. And I always wondered, like, how does someone become a circus artist? Like that's not just something you necessarily hear about growing up in high school or whatever, like, oh, let's go be a circus artist. But yet you do, like you said, you have a whole crew of 150 people to put on this show. I mean, there are many, many people out there that do this. So how does one become a circus artist?
Yakuza features 54 artists. All the artists started at a very young age because it blends traditional circus and Cirque du Soleil. There is some artists that comes from traditional circus, so multi-generational circus artists. But we do also have gymnasts who, after their performing competing career, convert into performing.
Okay. Oh, that's not something I had thought with gymnastics where, yeah, that could possibly be, the next step for your career. If someone goes into this a career, what is life like for somebody who's a performer?
It's definitely a lifestyle. It takes a lot of discipline, a lot of passion, a lot of joy. Artists will do 8 to 10 shows a week. So there is a training schedule. Some artists will perform the show, and for them it's sufficient. But we do have acts that will require more training to keep that body memory. Thinking of the teeter board, the wheel of death, the high wire, who needs that practice and can only practice some of their skills once they're on the stage. So they'll practice about 2 or 3 times a week on the stage, but there is a lot of conditioning, fitness that's involved into what they do, and this is something that takes place daily.
Yeah, how fun. Wow. And that's just incredible. I mean, death-defying things that they're doing sometimes. It's just crazy. So here after.
It's part of being the circus, but safety is always our main.
Yes, absolutely. And so will this show for after being here in Laguna Hills, will it end up traveling like all over the country and even internationally or just
Def-
domestically?
Definitely, since the relaunch in 2022, we've been traveling. Across North America. We'll be in Laguna Hills, then we're moving into Portland and finishing the year in Santa Monica, where Cirque du Soleil had a breakthrough back in 1987. So it's full circle.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's so wonderful. What would you say for you? What's the most rewarding part, to be involved with Cirque du Soleil and with a show like this?
I feel I feel very privileged. It's a big honor to be part. I have my fellow co-workers comes from 34 different nationalities. I hear bits of languages. I get to learn some of the languages, but it's very wonderful to get to meet new people in every city we go. Um, and it's to see the audience smile when there's an act in a show right at the beginning called Charivari. The curtains open, the music starts, the performers wake up, and it's a moment that gives me chills. And I get to work and travel with all of my coworkers and colleagues and artists and technicians, and I feel very honored and privileged.
Oh, that's so exciting. That's wonderful. And so tell me, have you picked up any new languages? Or at least
I
say
do
any
speak
new languages?
I do speak Spanish. I speak My first language is French. I speak English and I speak Spanish, but I also picked up a few words of Russian, a little bit of Mongolian, and I try to pick up a few words here and there, at least hello and thank you.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Well, this sounds like just an incredible show. I definitely for sure am going to take my family to come see it. It just sounds so amazing. And it's just we're so fortunate that it's like right here in our backyard. So thank you so much for
And
being here.
oh, thank you so much for having me, and we can't wait to see you in a few weeks.
Absolutely. So if you would like to experience Cirque du Soleil's Kuza, you can go online to cirquedusoleil.com/Kuza to purchase your tickets, and the show will be ready and starts on June 8th. So definitely come check it out. Stay with us. We will have more of this day right after this.